It is time for our Tibbits Talk, and for the final time of the season, we talk with the actors and actresses and behind-the-scenes folks of Tibbits Summer Theater. And actually, both of you guys had a chance to do all those roles throughout this summer. It's the two stars of the final show of Popcorn Theater, Lion Witch and the Warrdrobe, Ray Jacot and Sam Ryan. But for you, Sam, this was your first time on stage for Summer Theater with Popcorn Theater, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Every show before this, I was backstage as a stage manager.
Okay, so let's break that down a little bit. What does a stage manager do? Because I don't think a lot of people know that behind the scenes piece of this.
Yeah, so stage managers are kind of in charge of making sure everything is running smoothly. They're the hub of communication between scenic and props and lighting and the director. And they also are backstage calling the show. So all the lights you see, all the sound cues you hear, that comes from the stage manager.
Yeah.
Telling them when to go.
Okay. And what were there three of you this year? You kind of
Yes.
rotated the different shows,
Yeah.
and and there's two of them working backstage while you're on stage for this one, from what I understand
Yes.
too. With this, so are you kind of? I don't know if you're familiar with MASH. Were you kind of the Radar O'Reilly of the stage managers are?
I'm not
Of a
familiar.
show? Okay. Look it up. Anyway, he's the guy always there to do stuff for the boss. And Brady, you had a number of different roles too throughout the season, whether it be on stage performing, but also as assistant artistic director this summer, right?
Yeah. So I've been able to help out Brian, and so the rest of this season he is away, getting some well-deserved rest. So I am sort of helping out to close the season, but really everybody else does the work. I just sort of facilitate it and then help out wherever I can. So they're the ones that get everything done.
Yeah, got the glue that pulls it together, though, a little bit. So, all right, so let's talk about this a little bit. Lion Witch and the Warrdrobe. Were you a big fan of the books, the Narnia books?
I actually didn't read the books, but I watched the movie a lot with my grandma. So she's coming to see it this weekend. I'm super excited because it's a big shared memory of ours.
Yeah. Brady, how about you with the books?
I think I did. So I actually did this show a long time ago when I was in high school, and I read the books then too. But yeah, it's been really interesting to revisit it in a new kind of adaptation where there's only two of us on stage.
Performing all the characters,
Yeah.
going kind of in and out of all the characters. And I love some of the stuff. I'm not going to give it away, but I love the kind of the way you guys depict the things on stage to make the story kind of flow together. Challenge or fun, or what's? Tell me about for you on stage, Sam. I'm putting all this together with just the two of you.
Yeah, it definitely both. It was definitely super fun, but also challenging to figure out how we were going to do everything that needed to be done because it's a fairly magical show. There's a lot of components that it's like you're not supposed to know how it's done. It was like theater magic, but we had to
Yeah.
figure out how to do all that kind of stuff. But it was definitely fun once it all came together. It looks great.
Yeah, well, and sounds great. There's some great, music that goes kind of along with it. That kind of carries the story together too, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think the word we've sort of settled on is cinematic. Like it feels like I feel personally like I'm living in a movie when we get to sort of the climax of the piece. So they did a great job with the sound and lights. It's super magical. Adds a lot.
And obviously, popcorn theater, you always think of for a younger generation, but this story can really relate to everybody in the older generation, like me.
Yeah. It's also definitely adventure filled in a way
Yeah.
that is somewhat older than the children. Sometimes I was like, oh, it's a little violent sometimes, but it's also like it's from the books and from the movies, so it's a story everyone knows, and a lot of the children and adults both said great things about it.
All right. Well, it's Sam Ryan in the studio with us, along with Ray Jacot. Let's talk about after this is done, when you guys finally pack everything up, because there's only, 8 of you left in
Yep.
town from Summer Theater with this. You're heading back to school, Ohio Northern, right?
Yes.
So what's ahead for your senior season?
So we're doing Spelling Bee in the fall, and I'm going to be Rona, which is super exciting. We have a holiday show that we do every year. I'll be in that. And then we'll see what happens in the spring semester.
All right. So you've done, obviously, the backstage stuff. You've done the onstage stuff. Where do you kind of see your path taking here once you graduate?
I'm hoping to move right to New York once I graduate, and do a little bit of both.
Okay. Well, obviously, the more versatile you can be, the more chance of getting jobs.
Yes, that's the goal.
And you're headed out to the Northeast, right?
I am, yeah. So I'm heading to Maine after this. I get a week at home to kind of chill and relax. But yeah, I'll be heading to Maine to be in a production of Million Dollar Quartet. So I'll be playing the same role that I played if you saw the show last summer. So.
Yeah, on stage at Tibbits. All right. So where does your path kind of take you? I mean, because you kind of do it all.
Yeah, I kind of, I don't know. It really depends on who's hiring and who wants to hire me. You know, sometimes people want to hire me as an actor, sometimes as a drummer, sometimes working on admin. So I really don't mind switching around. I like to get paid, so wherever it is.
There you go. And that's, yeah. So not to be too melancholy about it, but what are you going to remember most about Tibbets Summer Theater for your experience?
Definitely the people. This was a great group of people that Brian put together, and we all just worked together so well, and I made some lifelong friends.
Yeah. Brady, how about you?
Yeah, I agree. I think it's really hard to find people that are kind and also just very focused and dedicated on the work that we're doing. So it's really exciting when that comes together and we're able to create good, meaningful theater in such a short amount of time.
Yeah, very talented group you guys had this summer. So what's the number one thing do you think kids, adults, everybody's going to love about Lion, Witch, and the Warrdrobe?
I think how often we switch characters, I think it really keeps the children engaged. And it's interesting for the adults, too, because they know exactly how hard that may be.
Yeah, great show. We saw it last Saturday for Popcorn Theater, so probably go back again this weekend. So great stuff. Thanks, guys, for coming in, and thanks for blessing us with summer theater for you guys.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
absolutely.
Thanks so much.
Sam and Brady with us in the studio this morning on our Tibbets Talk.